Andrew, he got to Australia in really good order and produced a top-notch first-up run. You must have been wrapped with that.
Yeah, we were, Aidan. We knew he was well going over, but to come out of a wet New Zealand winter and perform first up against horses that a lot of them have sort of had a run leading into that, it was very, very encouraging to see him do that.
We know his class. He's won 6 of 23. 4 of those wins have been stakes company, both sides of the Tasman. He's Group 1 placed in an Otaki Māori weight for age in a Sydney Cup. But to do that, did it exceed expectations?
Maybe a little bit. We were pretty confident he would run well.
Yeah.
We didn't think he was that badly off at the weight. So, no, he had a bit of class on that field, and obviously had to carry the weight because of that. But yeah, we were quietly confident he'd run well. He was a drifter in the market, and that probably dented it a little bit. But no, it wasn't overly surprising to see a classy horse do what he did.
Jesus, to look at him quicken and just put his head out, and he looks as though he's a really willing racehorse. Can you sum him up for us, just personality and traits wise?
Yeah, he is. For a stallion, he's very quiet and very easygoing. You wouldn't know he was a colt a lot of the time. He's often very focused. He's had blinkers on and off, but I think that's a little bit to do with just tactically how we sort of approach his races sometimes. But the key with him, particularly when he raced in Melbourne in the last spring, was barrier draws, and I think that told the tale last time around there that he drew a good barrier, was able to put himself in a prominent position, and in Melbourne, that time of the year, it's you've got to be right in the race. You can't get back and loop them and think you're going to be better than those horses and give them a start. So he's drawn another good barrier today, which is a big plus.
Yeah, exactly. So where do you think he'll position from there?
I don't know. We'll just have to leave that up to Mickey. He is versatile. Yeah. He has been a little bit disappointing second up in the past in a couple of preparations. I don't know why. Maybe he is capable of producing a big one fresh, and then obviously he's going to step to second up weight for age, possibly looking for further than the 1800 already. So I think we'll try and be a little bit positive from the draw, and you'd like to see him in the first 3 or 4 anyway.
Absolutely. When you consider what he did last time out, 61.5 kilograms, and he's running home and still in 122 and 45 for the 800, his times were fantastic. Obviously, we're just looking at the Melbourne Cup market where he's at $34. He's currently 34th on that order of entry for the Caulfield Cup, a race you did run in last year. You'd run 9th in this Underwood Stakes and then went to the Herbert Power, won that to get in. If you win today, you're in. Is the Caulfield Cup part of the plans?
I guess the Melbourne Cup's the ultimate, and what path we take to get there will really be dictated to by what he does today. Okay, so
it's got to be what fits best with the chosen one.
What was that, sorry?
So whatever you do, it's just got to fit best with the horses. He comes first.
Absolutely. Yeah. We would obviously like to get as many races as we can into him, and it's just getting the timing right and running in the right races. And Bart Cummings is a race that Murray sort of mentioned for him right the way through, so he could end up running at that at some point this prep, and obviously that'll be what we do in between now and then, or I guess regards to the Caulfield Cup, that'll all work itself out after today.
Okay, your other runner who is Cups bound, or at least Cups entered, was Quick Thinker, who ran in the JRA Cup last night at Flemington. Got into a nice position outside the leader, and just when they quickened, Andrew, he just didn't seem to quicken with them. He might have been just caught a little bit flat-footed. What was your take on the run?
Yeah, obviously the winner looped him very quickly and probably just caught him by surprise a little bit. He was flat-footed. And then just sort of, I think the last 100 metres was the disappointing thing for us. He had his chance to pick up and come again after that had happened, but he didn't really. And so it was a little bit of a head-scratcher. He was below par first up. It was only okay last night. So you were a little bit unsure as to where we'll go with him next. We're just going to have to go back to the drawing board. And it's obvious, I think, that he does prefer racing in the other way around, the right-handed Sydney way of going. So obviously he's in Melbourne, which doesn't help. But look, we'll just have to have a talk to the owners in the next day or two and come up with a bit of a plan as to where we think he'll be best suited.
Okay, let's talk Ellerslie, Andrew. Spring Delight's been one of the best back runners of the entire day today, is now shortened into 240 and 132. The 3 runs back have all been terrific performances. What can we expect from her today?
Yeah, I mean, you'd hope she could win. I thought that was sort of her race last time, perhaps. She was very good first up. Second up, she got a long way out of her ground, and yeah, I think probably just a little bit disappointing last time out. I just hope it's not a case of her just happy following other horses at the moment, because it had a little bit of that last time. So obviously from the better draw today, we'll, I think, punch her forward and ride her a little bit more positively than we have been. That sort of pattern of racing has suited her in the past, and I think we'll try and take advantage of the draw and hopefully leave no excuses today. Okay,
your other runner is Lord Sibford. Can you give us any push there?
He's an improver for his first up run. I think he'll still need the run today. I wouldn't sort of be backing him today. I'd just watch him, and if he gets over a middle distance back in his grade somewhere in the next couple of weeks, he could be competitive. His work has improved a lot over the last couple of weeks.
Okay, and with the Chosen One, of course, our promotion where every horse you beat home, you get a $5 bet. Would we be taking him, or should we just stick with Russian Camelot there?
Yeah, it's only a 9-horse field now, so hard to know. You'd think Russian Camelot will be hard to beat. He seems the horse that's sort of coming to form at the right time, and his run in Weight for Age Company was obviously very, very good last time out. So, we're hopeful we can give him a fright, but top 3 or 4 finish would be wrapped.
Yeah, as long as we're taking those steps towards that Melbourne Cup, the end goal. Thanks for joining us today, Andrew Forsman, trains with Murray Baker, and looking for 5. Can you believe 5? Well, Murray Baker at least, because he had way back in 1990, the Phantom, winning that Underwood Stakes.